What's up, y'all? Got a banger from Modern Women Archives. Let's get straight into it.
Well, all of my friends who prioritized having kids in their 20s are all now single moms at 40 and divorced. I got so many of these comments on my last video, so I'm going to touch on it now. Disregarding exceptional reasons such as real abuse, the fact is 80% of women are the ones ending marriages, 90% if they have a degree. Now, I've known about this
Facts, if they're college educated, boy, it's almost a wrap for you.
statistic way before Jordan Peterson started popping off, and unfortunately it was due to my own research because I saw how many of my female friends were leaving their husbands. I'm very tired of this victim mentality that has manifested within the female realm. It is hard for me to have empathy for single divorced moms when 90% of the time they are at fault for it.
Ooh. Single mom. Let her cook.
It is completely self-inflicted. I'm also coming from a place of self-critique because, believe it or not, just like every woman in America, I have succumbed to some of those thoughts. But we listen to social media and mass media and we tell ourselves that there's someone else there that's going to treat us even better, and we neglect the other party, which is our husbands, and then all the children that are involved as well. Oh, but let's not forget the vows you took. You cannot discredit my theory of prioritizing a family first.
No, the vows don't matter because most women aren't religious these days. Shots fired! They just get married because they want to be married, not because they want to be a wife. Big difference in that, bro. I just remember back in my day, a woman just knew how to support a man and how to be with the man. She knew how to really take care of a man in the good way. Cook for him, clean for him, make him feel like a man, a better man. Those days, sadly, are long and gone. But that's just how it went, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. Modern day marriage is not what it used to be. People aren't God-fearing. They're not putting, their religion first. They're just putting themselves first, and as soon as women aren't happy, they just cut and run, dude.
And then working on a career, all because you have women that fall in that 90% category that left their husbands. Now just wait for this comment section to blow up on all the women that tell me they are the exception, that 90% are leaving
every woman's the exception
because the men are so terrible.
So true.
I mean, this woman's over here preaching. What is it? 70 to 90% of divorces are initiated by women, and 90% of those divorces are initiated by women that are college educated. And then I can't remember the stats, but I think it's like 1 out of every 3, or maybe it's 2 out of every 3 men under 30 is sexless and not in a relationship. The stats are pretty alarming. We're going to a future where men are going to be alone and women are going to be alone. And so testosterone levels have plummeted, birth rates have plummeted. And so it's going to be pretty brutal in the future when we don't have enough people here. And I don't know, maybe that's me being a nihilist, but chat, let me know what you think. Do you think that we have a population crisis going on right now in America, or am I just way off base?
I call bullshit on feminists. You guys want to be treated equal? Okay, how about men go to you and say, you need to make 6 or 7 figures? That is fucking crazy.
It's insane.
Extremely unattainable for most women.
It's unattainable for most men as well. You know how hard it is to make 6 and 7 figures? Chat, let me know in the chat right now. How many of you guys are making 7 figures? It ain't me. I'll tell you that right now.
Second of all, say you're a guy and you don't come from money and you fucking spend all your time, all the best years of your life. You're going to fucking school, you're hustling, you're finally making 6, 7 figures. I'm sorry, what are you going to want to do? You're going to want to run around, have fun because you deserve it.
And then what cracks me up, dude, is that these women think 6 or 7 figures is just like casual. Like, yeah, I just go make 7 figures on a casual day. Like, no, dude.
Fucking dick sucked by every hot girl in sight, which I am absolutely not throwing shade as a female. I completely understand that. And it's like, yeah, and then what? You're gonna go settle down with a 5? Fuck that. Even if you are gonna settle, that bitch is gonna be a solid 10. I don't even understand. I'm a woman and I understand this. I don't understand how others can't. It's like, come on, dude. He put in the work. He deserves it. You don't.
Spoken.
Facts. Big facts. Love this girl. This is why I always say, dude, you have 2 options as a guy. You can be a villager with your peasant villager girlfriend. You guys can build the kingdom together. She can be a queen. You can be a king, and you guys can reap the rewards of all your hard work. Or you can go be a king on your own fruition, go pluck a princess out of the village and just blow her back out. You really have those 2 options. But you really don't want to treat a princess like a queen, because then she'll take you for everything you got.
25, 50% of your eggs die, and around 30, about 90% of your eggs die. Considering it's completely taboo to have a child at the age of 17, which is actually biologically one of our prime times to bear a child. And you have to wait until you get a college degree or else your life is over. So realistically, you have a very tiny time frame from say the age of 21 to maybe 30 to really find a mate, bear a child, and create a family, whereas you have the next 30 years to build a career. Society sold us a lie.
She is learning.
What
Oh, what's up, Nana?
advice would you give to women in their 30s?
She already looks based as hell. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Chat, let me know. Do you think she's based or Delulu? Let me know in the chat.
About what life has to bring? Like, what would you say to a woman in her 30s? If you could talk to yourself as a woman in your 30s, what would you have told yourself?
Well, it depends whether they're married or not married.
Well, let's say they're not married.
They're not married. Then I would say to be very careful who they're going to get associated with, and not to
Buck too many
mix
guys.
love with sex,
Oh, what does that mean?
because sex is not love.
Oh,
Even though the English call it making love. I mean, you can't make love. Love exists or it doesn't. And to have sex is not love.
preach it.
Now, there's some wise words. Yeah.
It's not. Sex is an act to procreate. And every time you have sex, you're actually inviting a soul to come to earth and to become a human being.
Wow.
That's based, bro.
Yeah.
That's what sex is for.
I've never heard that take. Chad, have you ever heard that? Every time you have sex, you're welcoming a soul into the... That's pretty crazy.
Well, it's kind of for enjoyment as well, though. Like, it's fun to do it.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Love it when a woman tells her bop lore. She's like, I mean, getting your back blown's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
I know the dating scene sucks, but so does getting hurt in an accident. Have you ever found yourself involved in a personal injury case? As an image consultant, I meet a lot of clients who are actually recovering from all sorts of injuries, from car accidents to workplace injuries. And I was actually surprised to see at how many people lose their personal injury cases, which is why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you do end up working with them, they're gonna fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida for $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. And the best part is, it's all free unless you win your case. Now, if you've also been the victim of a personal injury or a serious accident, you can visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, where you can start your free claim today.
Let's run back what Granny said.
And every time you have sex, you're actually inviting a soul to come to earth, to become a human being.
Wow.
That's what sex is for.
Well, it's kind of for enjoyment as well, though. Like, it's fun to do it. If you've got a good partner.
Not in Granny's eyes.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be just a fun thing.
Yeah, but...
And this is the biggest thing where marriages break down, because people think that sex is love, and they usually say, let's make love. You can't make love. Love exists or it doesn't. And if love exists, then you can have sex, and then it means something. But if you just do it for fun, it's not love.
Well, then...
You just do it for fun. You're a runner, Granny.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
That's what we call bop lore. Can we give us some bop lores in the chat? Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
You have fun,
The saying "let's make love" is so wrong, because you can't make love.
Ooh, baby girl. Are you a single mom?
Single mom.
That's true. Yep. Okay. That's fair. Cool. But sex is fun. No, but it's fun.
The older traditional grandma.
Bro, I love it. This is the women we want right here. I know she's not wrapped in the best packaging right here. Bless Granny's little heart. We respect our elders around here though, but her take was super based. You can't make love in Granny's eyes. You can have sex and you have to be in love. I don't know. I think that's a good take. Chat, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? I'll leave you with this for 2 seconds. Comically large body count in the 90s. Says she's had sex with 30 to 50 men.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Good Lord have mercy. And then another one. Women release large quantities of oxytocin during sex. Oxytocin is unofficially called the love hormone and emotionally bonds you to your partner. This is why a woman's body count matters. Pair bonding loses its meaning when you've bonded with several men. It's crazy to think, right? Loki. Oh. You think I'm talking to you? You licking your lips? Oh. You want some of this jerky, huh? Free. Sit. Wait. Free. Go to your place. Freaking fur on me. This new camera, bro, it exposes everything. Let's check out the Discord here. You guys have been sending some suggestions, which I appreciate.
She doesn't have to know.
Let's see here. This is who's this from? Who's this from?
Necessarily.
This is from Cabot. It's like a rabbit, but with a C.
She doesn't have to know necessarily, you know.
Unfortunately, now you said that she kind of does.
Get your number, and you can, you know, change my contact name, and you know, it could be totally fine.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
This ain't her first time.
It's a funny thought.
You know the drill. You know the drill.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I get that. I'm just like, it's not really my thing. She's been great to me. I'm gonna be great back to her. It's just where I'm at right now. So again, I appreciate it. Don't mean any offense by it, but I'm gonna
I'm
kind of go.
kind of taking offense by it. I mean, normally when I ask guys for numbers, they give it to me, so I'm just like a little confused.
This is a prime example.
I'm gonna be for real though, my dildo. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, honey, if he said no, respect the man's wishes and also let him keep it pushed. Why do you keep bothering this man? This is a clip from who's this from? This is from Starfire. This is looks like some Joe Rogan stand-up.
And also, for whatever reason, men don't seem to care if girls have done gay stuff. Gentlemen in this room.
No, we don't. Chat, let me know. Does it bother you guys? No. It's so unfair, though, if you think about it. Girls can do gay stuff, but guys can't. It's such a double standard, right, chat? Golly. So unfair, bro.
I want you to imagine you're on a date with a woman and she's the one. All right? If you get lucky, you will find the one. But sometimes you're not with the one and it doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen. Like one bad relationship after another. You're so frustrated. Like, am I ever going to find someone I fucking love? And then finally you're on a date with the perfect person. She's so fucking cool. You're drinking margaritas. You're imagining having a family together. And she's like, in the interest of full disclosure, I just want you to know that for the last 10 years, I was in a relationship with a woman. And you're like, low miles, woo! You call your friends up, dude, it's like a barn find. Yeah, it's like a 69 Mustang that was under a tarp.
For 40 years. Yeah, dude, I don't care. Like, if a girl has been in a relationship with a chick, it's really not, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that too much. Do you think that's a big red flag, chat? Like, let's say you meet a girl like Joe Rogan's instance there. She's everything you wanted and more, but she's been in a relationship, a monogamous relationship with another woman. I don't know. I don't know if it would bother me. I mean, it does say low miles, which I'm cool with low miles. I think we're all cool with low miles, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Do you think it's a surplus of good men? Because let me tell you, it's not.
It is.
No, definitely not.
No, there's a mad surplus of good men.
Y'all know what y'all called them? Y'all called them lames.
They do be lame.
No, see? The reality is that y'all wanted the dope boys. I see women today, they don't even like guys that got regular jobs no more. And then you want to complain about your health care coverage. Stop dating these women based off of where they are. Because you're going to be much greater than you are right now. Find women based off of where you're going. When you're dealing with a woman and you basing your standards off of where you are, you will take anything. You'll take her based off of what she look like. She not built for the rooms that you're going to be in. And so what that means for the women is that y'all got to get y'all game together. Because the guys that y'all call lame, they not going to be lame for the rest of their life. They're going to be some of the most phenomenal dudes. They're going to be the ones that create the companies. They're going to be the ones that got the benefits. And they're going to be the ones y'all going to want to take care of y'all badass kids.
Do you think
Facts. And I think a lot of women get this mixed up. We talked about this the other day on an episode where we talked about boring and how good boring is, where a lot of people get mad about boring. And I think boring's a good thing. Chat, let me know if you agree with this. But I think boring breeds routine. Boring breeds structure. And I believe those things are a good foundation to be successful. How are you going to be successful if you have no routine, you have no structure, you have no discipline? But to me, boring is great. Like Cass and I's life is super boring. If y'all were to hang out with me for one day, you'd be like, wow, Levi, your life is extremely boring. But the thing is, I've engineered it that way so I can be hyper successful. If I had a lot of distractions and I had to hang out with my friends all the time and I had to hang out with my family all the time, do you think I could record all these videos? Bro, no way. I have to have a lot of alone time. That's why Cass and I moved to a small town so we could self-isolate and use this small town as our hyperbolic chamber. For those of you who don't know what a hyperbolic chamber is, see if I can't find it for you. Dragon Ball Z. The hyperbolic time chamber. I'm an adult. What the fuck is this? Okay, this is so stupid. The hyperbolic time chamber is a mysterious dimension that exists outside the universe 7 but can be accessed from the universe via different doorways. Each chamber has a time-compressed nature, making the flow of time vastly different compared to the flow of time outside the chamber. So basically, when you're in this hyperbolic chamber, one day in the real world is like 10 days in the hyperbolic chamber, or a one day is 1 year in the hyperbolic chamber. Like, you get a lot of time. So this is one thing, if you really want to be successful, you kind of have to self-isolate. You have to get away from a lot of distractions. As much as I love being around all my friends, as much as I love living in the city, and I did it for years. I lived in Austin for 7 years. I lived in Dallas for a year and a half. I love the city. It's great. There's a lot of good food. There's a lot of good things to do. But do you think I was working as hard as I am now? Absolutely not. I wasn't working near as hard. I wasn't able to pump out as many videos. I wasn't able to work a 9 to 5 and do a 5 to 9. All I was doing was IG back in those days. Now I can do IG. I can do brand deals. I can do YouTube. I can do whatever I want now because I'm self-isolated. But it takes a certain level of person. You have to be able to thrive in lonely environments where if you are very codependent, it's kind of tough. I was codependent growing up because I was raised by a single mom, so I always yearned to have other people's attention and to have like more friends around me. So it was tough for me to be like, you know what, I'm going to leave all my friends behind in the Dallas area and the Austin area, and I'm going to go self-isolate in a small town so I can get years ahead. I think I've told you guys about this, but Jim Carrey talks about this. He goes, if you're not willing to sacrifice 1 or 2 years to have a great rest of your life, then he's like, just be willing to suffer for the next, rest of your existence. But you got to think, like, if you want to get ahead, you're going to have to hunker down eventually. You're going to have to do things that nobody else is doing. You're going to have to spend time alone. You're going to have to spend time working when other people are partying. Like, my Saturdays and Sundays usually consist of working. I usually take 1 day off a week, which is Sunday. But when you work for yourself, and I'm doing this, we're doing the YouTube thing. When you work for yourself, nobody can really understand you besides other people that are working for themselves. But if you look around, most of the people that you interface with are working for someone else. And something that resonated with me that I heard when I was working for somebody else is like, as long as you're working for someone else, you're working on somebody else's dream. And that really hit me. I was like, man, even though I'm doing well at these companies, I'm making a healthy 6-figure salary, I'm getting to travel, I'm getting flown out. I was living the cush life of the sales gig. I was flying to different states constantly. I was on flights every month. I got flown out to Australia. I went to Philly. I went to Florida. I went to, Cali. Like, I was being flown all over the place and being able to basically go out there for a few days, have a couple day vacation, and then work for 1 day. Like, it was awesome. But at the end of the day, I was working for somebody else's dream. That's why I always say work a 9 to 5, and when you get done, go work a 5 to 9 so you can get ahead. And then once your 5 to 9 gets you to a point where you can work for yourself, bro, it's great. Start thinking about money as freedom units, which is what I did. And I was like, I just want to buy my freedom. It's so freeing. But if there's something that you really like to do, I'm not saying it's bad to be a 9 to 5 guy. I think it's a great thing. You can make a ton of money. You get good health benefits. You get less stress. So first of all, you need to know yourself. Knowing myself though, I was like, I always wanted to work for myself. I was very entrepreneurial and hustling even when I was younger. I used to like buy USB flash drives. I would buy all the flash drives at Walmart that were like, 8 gigs at the time, which were pretty expensive, like $10. And then I would sell them for double because I would buy all of them. Supply and demand, baby. Supply and demand, dude. But that's just what it was. Like, always trying to make a couple bucks. Or like, another hustle I would do was go to Goodwill, try to find name brand things and then sell them on eBay. Or go to Ross and try to find name brand things and then sell them on eBay. You don't make a ton of a margin, but you can make a margin. But then I started to get into social media, and then the rest is history. I don't know why I got off on that tangent. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bore you guys sometimes. Loki, did you have a good time today? I love hearing that. Sorry, dude, I'm still stopped up. Steve Weatherman, thank you so much for the advice, though. I am feeling better. I just got a lot of congestion. My nose is more backed up than a toilet at Denny's at 4 a.m. after chili extravaganza night. I'm telling you, it's getting thick up there. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go cop the 2 ebooks, The 4 Pillars of Personality and The 4 Steps to Style that make you irresistible to women and respected by men. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.